Six tips to speak English fluently. Hello everyone, and welcome back to our English learning podcast. Today, we are going to talk about something that many English learners really want: how to speak English fluently. If you have ever felt nervous when speaking English, or if you often stop in the middle of a sentence because you cannot find the right word, this episode is for you. We will share 6 simple but powerful tips that can help you speak English more smoothly and with more confidence. Let's get started. Tip number 1. Think in English, not in your native language. The first tip is very important. Many learners make a common mistake. They think in their own language first, and then they try to translate their thoughts into English. This process takes a lot of time, and it makes speaking very slow and difficult. Instead, you should try to think directly in English. This means, when you see an object, try to say its name in English in your mind, not in your native language. When you have a simple thought, like, I am hungry, or, I want to go home, try to form that thought in English immediately. At first, this will feel strange and difficult. Your brain is not used to it, but with practice, it becomes easier and easier. You can start with small things. For example, when you look at a cup of coffee, say to yourself, this is a cup of coffee. It smells good. Do this with simple objects around you every day. This habit will train your brain to connect ideas with English words directly, without the extra step of translation. Over time, you will notice that you can speak faster, because you are not translating anymore. You are simply expressing your thoughts in English. Tip number 2. Learn phrases, not just single words. The second tip is about how you learn new vocabulary. Many students learn English by memorizing single words. For example, they learn the word, make, and they know it means, lamb, or, che dao. But when they try to use it in a sentence, they don't know how to use it correctly. A better way is to learn phrases and chunks of language, not just single words. For example, instead of just learning the word, make, learn phrases like, make a decision, make a mistake, make sense, make progress, and make an effort. When you learn these phrases together, you will know exactly how to use the word make in real conversations. This method is very effective because English speakers use many fixed phrases and expressions in daily conversation. If you only know single words, you might create strange or unnatural sentences, even if the grammar is correct. But if you learn common phrases, your speech will sound much more natural. So, from today, when you study new vocabulary, try to write down full phrases instead of single words. For example, if you learn the word, look, also learn phrases like, look forward to, look after, look for, and look into. This will help you speak more naturally and fluently. Tip number 3. Practice speaking every single day. The third tip is very simple, but it is one of the most important things you can do. Practice speaking every day. Many learners study grammar rules and vocabulary lists for years, but they never practice speaking out loud. As a result, their speaking skill stays weak, even though they know a lot of English. Speaking is a skill, just like playing a musical instrument or playing a sport. You cannot become good at it just by reading about it. You need to practice it with your mouth, your tongue, and your voice. If you don't have someone to talk to in English every day, don't worry. There are still many ways to practice. You can talk to yourself in English. This might sound funny, but it really works. When you are alone at home, try to describe what you are doing. For example, now I am cooking dinner. I am cutting the vegetables. The soup smells really good. You can also try to record yourself speaking about a simple topic for 1 or 2 minutes. Choose a topic, like, my favorite food, or, my weekend plans, and speak about it without stopping. Then, listen to your recording and check for mistakes. This is a great way to notice your weak points and improve them. If possible, find a language partner or join an English speaking club, either online or in person. Speaking with real people will help you get used to real conversations, and you will learn to respond quickly, just like in natural conversation. Remember, even 5 or 10 minutes of speaking practice every day is much better than one long practice session once a week. Consistency is the key to becoming fluent. Tip number 4. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. The fourth tip is about your mindset. Many learners are very afraid of making mistakes when they speak English. They worry that other people will laugh at them, or think that their English is bad. Because of this fear, they often stay silent, even when they actually know what to say. But here is an important truth. Making mistakes is a natural part of learning any language. Even native speakers make mistakes sometimes. And most people are actually very understanding when they talk to someone who is learning a new language. They usually don't judge you. In fact, many people will respect you for trying to speak a foreign language, because they know how difficult it can be. If you keep waiting until you are perfect before you speak, you will never start. The truth is, you become fluent by speaking, not before speaking. Every mistake you make is actually a chance to learn something new. When someone corrects you, or when you notice your own mistake later, your brain remembers that lesson very well, often better than reading it in a textbook. So, please change your mindset today. Instead of thinking, I must speak perfectly, think, I am allowed to make mistakes, because mistakes help me improve. This simple change in thinking can make a huge difference in how confidently you speak. Try this small exercise. The next time you speak English and you make a mistake, don't stop and feel embarrassed. Just continue speaking. You can correct yourself quickly if you want, or you can just keep going. The important thing is not to stop the flow of your speech. Tip number 5. Listen to a lot of English content. The fifth tip is about listening. You might wonder, why is listening important for speaking? The answer is simple. Listening and speaking are closely connected skills. When you listen to a lot of English, especially real conversations, movies, podcasts, and songs, your brain naturally absorbs the rhythm, the pronunciation, and the natural expressions that English speakers use. This is similar to how babies learn their first language. Babies listen to their parents speak for many months before they start speaking themselves. They are not studying grammar books. They are simply listening again and again, and their brain slowly builds an understanding of the language. As an adult learner, you can use the same method to improve your fluency. Try to listen to English every day. Even if you don't understand everything at first, you can listen to podcasts like this one, watch English movies with subtitles, or listen to English songs and try to understand the lyrics. One very effective method is called shadowing. This means you listen to a short sentence or a short part of audio, and then you try to repeat it immediately, copying the speaker's pronunciation, rhythm, and intonation as closely as possible. This method helps you train your mouth muscles to produce English sounds more naturally, and it helps you sound more like a native speaker. Try to choose listening content that matches your level. If the content is too difficult, you will feel frustrated and lose motivation. If the content is too easy, you won't learn new things. Find content that is just slightly above your current level, so you can understand most of it, but still learn some new words and expressions. Tip number 6. Focus on fluency first, then focus on accuracy. The sixth and final tip is about your goal when speaking. Many learners try to be perfectly correct every time they speak. They think about grammar rules so much that they forget to focus on communicating their message. This makes their speech very slow and unnatural, with long pauses between words. Instead, especially when you are still building your fluency, you should focus on communicating your message clearly and smoothly, even if you make some small grammar mistakes. Fluency means being able to speak smoothly and continuously, without too many pauses or hesitations. Accuracy means speaking with correct grammar. Of course, accuracy is important too, but if you focus only on accuracy in the beginning, you might never become fluent, because you will always feel too nervous to speak. It is better to first build your confidence and fluency by speaking often, even with some mistakes, and then slowly improve your accuracy over time. Think about small children learning their first language. They make many grammar mistakes when they're young, but they still communicate successfully with their family and friends. Slowly, as they grow older, they naturally correct their grammar mistakes through more listening and speaking practice. You can follow a similar path with English. When you speak, try to focus on your main message. Ask yourself, What do I want to say? And then say it, even if it's not perfect. Don't stop in the middle of a sentence just because you're not sure about one grammar point. Keep going, finish your sentence, and continue the conversation. Over time, as you listen more and practice more, your grammar accuracy will naturally improve as well. Let's review the 6 tips. Now, let's quickly review the 6 tips we talked about today. Number 1. Think in English, not in your native language. Try to form your thoughts directly in English, without translating. Number 2. Learn phrases and chunks of language, not just single words. This will help your speech sound more natural. Number 3. Practice speaking every single day, even if it's just for a few minutes. Speaking is a skill that needs regular practice. Number 4. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. Mistakes are a natural and helpful part of the learning process. Number 5. Listen to a lot of English content every day. This will help you absorb natural rhythm, pronunciation, and expressions. Number 6. Focus on fluency first. Then focus on accuracy. Communicate your message smoothly, and improve your grammar over time.